Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Fee. When it comes to making chapatis, please count me in. And I've just discovered the secret to super soft and fluffy chapatis. These are soft layered, they're so good, and I'm sure you guys are going to love them as well. Once I tried this recipe, I really loved it, and I'm always using this recipe to make my chapatis. For those of you who have been in this channel know how much I love making chapatis, and I'm so happy to bring you this easy recipe that I want you guys to also try at home. As usual, this recipe is super simple. I've listed all the ingredients in the description box down below. Don't forget, check on that. So let me take you on a step-by-step on how to make these soft layered chapatis. I hope you like them, and if you make this recipe, don't forget to tell me how yours came out in the comment section. You can get the easy recipe linked in the description box down below. So collect all that and let's get started. So we're going to start by mixing our dry ingredients. So in your bowl, you're going to add 3 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon sugar, a teaspoon salt, a teaspoon baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of instant yeast. So you're just going to mix this well until everything is nicely incorporated. So you've realized we've added baking powder and yeast in this recipe. Those are the key ingredients to making super soft and fluffy chapatis. I've also added some vegetable oil. That's about 2 tablespoons. So I'm just going in with my hands and I'm going to mix this well until I have no any lumps left. So once you're done, we're going to add warm water. So I'm using 1¼ cup of warm water for this recipe. So we're just going to add it gradually while mixing with our hands until you have a nice dough. So if you have a dough mixer, the better. It can make this process very much easier. So continue kneading this until you have a nice smooth dough. So normally when I make chapati, I never use any rising agent like baking powder or yeast. So this is a first, and I'm telling you, I really loved the results. So I'm from Kenya, and in my country, we just normally make our chapati dough very simple with just flour, water, sugar, and salt, and some oil. And also we don't use butter. We just use oil to cook our chapatis with. So I have tried this method, and I'm saying I've just really love it. And I'm sure anyone who has never tried this method is also going to love this recipe. So our dough looks ready at this point. So for our next step, we're just going to add some oil. This is about 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, and then we're just going to cover this and let it rest for about 30 minutes. This is just to allow the dough be soft and easy to work with later. Now that our time is done, we're just going to quickly mix the dough with the oil that's in the bowl. So give that a quick mix, and then you're also going to transfer this dough to our working space. So we're just going to give this a quick knead for about a minute or 2, and then once you're done, you're going to cut it into nice small pieces. So this dough makes about 8 chapatis. So just take a knife, and then you're going to cut this dough into about 8 nice small pieces. So if you want more chapatis, just go ahead and double this recipe. So once you're done cutting the dough, just go ahead and use your hands and make round balls as the way I'm doing it here. At least make the balls be of the same sizes. So if you have a measuring scale, the better. So now we're just going to roll out these dough pieces. So make sure that you've spread some extra flour on your worktop. This is just to avoid the dough sticking on your worktop, and just take a rolling pin. You're going to roll out this dough into nice round circles. So now we're going to spread some butter. So normally when I make chapatis, I don't use butter in this step. I just normally use oil. So butter also helps us get those nice soft chapatis, and it also makes the chapatis stay soft for days. Some people will also use ghee. So now we're just going to quickly spread some flour on top of that, and then I'm just folding this. So I have 3 types of folding methods that helps us get those nice layers once the chapatis have been cooked. And the first one is this easy, simple rolling method that I'm using. Many of you like using this method. So just roll it the way I'm doing it here on the screen. Once you're done, place it aside. Let me show you my second method that I also like using. So you just go ahead and roll out your dough, and then you just spread butter and flour as the way we did with our first one. Now just take your dough and try to pull it the way I'm doing it here, and then you'll just realize that it's creating some amazing layers, and that's what we need for our chapati. So once you're done, you're also going to roll it into a spiral shape like the way we did it with our first one. So anyway, this is actually my best method in getting soft layered chapatis. So if you like this method, let me know in the comment section down below. So place that aside, let me show you my other final method that I use. As usual, spread butter and flour, and then next you're just going to make a small slit from the middle, and then you're just going to use your hand and roll it like the way I'm doing it here. And once you get to the end, just tuck that end, and then you're going to press it down. This method also gives us nice layers in our chapati. So anyway, that's all for our 3 methods. So which one do you like? Just comment in the comment section down below. I would love to know. So now for our final step, we're just going to roll them out and cook them. So before you cook our chapatis, we're just going to first let this rest for about 10 minutes. So just cover them with a kitchen towel, let them rest, and then once that is done, we're going to roll them out. So take each dough, spread some excess flour on your working top. Using a rolling pin, just roll them out into a nice round circle. I know some of you have a difficulty in getting the nice round shape. The secret is just using enough flour on your worktop to avoid the dough sticking. So just use enough flour, you won't have a problem with that. So once we are done rolling out the dough, it's time to cook our chapatis. So cooking the chapatis, I'm going to use a mix of melted butter and oil. So here I'm just adding some unsalted melted butter with some vegetable oil. I'm going to quickly mix that, and then I'm just going to place this aside. We'll use this to cook later. Also for cooking, I normally use these spatulas. They help in pressing down the chapatis when we are cooking them. So anyway, now it's time to cook our chapatis. You'll place your dough on top of a pan. So this pan is over medium heat, and I'm just going to cook while spreading the mixture of butter and oil. So we're just going to cook this for about 3 to 5 minutes on both sides while turning, or until they have those nice golden bits on both sides. And once they're done, just place them aside and continue cooking the other remaining dough balls. Let's quickly cook another chapati. So before I forget to mention, once you have removed the chapati from the pan, place in a bowl and then just cover them with a kitchen towel. This will keep them soft before you serve. And that's just it for chapatis. I'm telling you, these are soft, they are so yummy. You guys are going to love them, and let me tell you, this will stay soft for days, and they're also easy to tear. So just go ahead and serve it with anything you want. I like serving them with some beef stew or chicken curry. They taste so amazing. So if you want my chicken curry recipe, I will link it in the description box below. So anyway guys, I hope you make this, and I hope you enjoy this as much as I did. And that's all for today, guys. I hope you're going to make these yummy fluffy chapatis. As you can see, they look so good, and let me tell you, they taste as amazing as they look. So if you try this recipe, don't forget to tell me how yours came out in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more of my amazing recipes. Remember, you can always connect on Instagram or on TikTok at Phils_kitchen. So till my next video, guys.